What's going on, everyone? Cabana Greg here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a severely underrated game that came out on the Wii. Now, the Wii had a great catalog of games and had so many exclusives. And to be honest, while other people discredited the Wii as this gimmicky console system, whatever, I actually really liked the Wii. There were games that were developed specifically with the motion controls in mind, more or less. This game in particular was a game that you could just tell when you were playing it, this was designed with motion controls in mind. And today we're going to be talking about sorry, I had no idea what just happened there. So today's video we're going to be talking about... Okay, seriously? What? That's right, guys, so Elebits. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of this game, but it is a good one. And it came out right alongside the Wii. I don't think it was a launch title, but it was in that launch window of Wii games. And honestly, it's a very overlooked one at that. It was a game that you could just tell by playing it. Motion controls were the first thing that they had thought of. And it paid off. The game is really fun to play.
Don't watch out for that spoon. No, the spoon. Stop running into it.
Now, there are other versions of this game, and they're not great, so maybe we won't talk about them here. But the one on the Wii was a really solid game, packed with features, and it's pretty enjoyable. Even thinking about it now, I like it. It's a good game. I think the studio also did another game for the Wii. I think it was like Dewey's Adventure or something dumb like that. Now, it's been a very long time since I even thought about this game, but for some reason it just crept up into my mind one day and I was like, oh, you know what, that was a fun game. I remember that from my childhood as being a cool game. Elebits is basically a combination of Ghostbusters with cockroach extermination, if that makes more sense. Now, this was not just a tech demo for the Wii, because, you know, motion control game, motion control console, cool, it did the job, right? No, it did more than that. It actually was a very well-made game and had a lot of features packed into it. Now, the story of the game, you know, as a kid, I liked it, but going back and actually seeing what it's about, kind of messed up, actually. The thing of it is, the artwork in this game, or the visuals in this game for the cutscenes, they're really, really pretty. Hand-drawn animation stuff, it's really nice to look at. However, the same can't be said about the voice acting, which is, here, just take a listen for yourself.
I wish there was no such thing as lightning.
My name is Kai.
And I hate LEDs.
Yeah, it's bad. Also, the setup for this game is pretty damn depressing. I mean, you're literally this kid who gets neglected by your parents multiple times.
If there were no LEDs, Mom and Dad would take me out to an amusement park or something, right?
They take interest in these Elebits more than you, their son.
Dad studied LEDs, and they love them even more than me.
These parents don't give a shit about you. They don't even care about you. It's crazy. That's the setup for this game. This neglected kid goes into his dad's room, takes a gun, a capture gun. Well, it's a gun. It's a gun. It's not even a joke. You guys saw the law. You saw the text. He's a neglected kid. He resorts to watching TV to get over the fact that his parents keep leaving him. So the main goal for this game is that you're going to be searching far and wide to find these Elebits, and when you find them in the environment, you suck them up. You zap it. Sorry, for the longest time I thought you actually sucked the Elebits up into your gun, but actually you just zap them. I was just thinking of something else.
You what?
You know, not that I would suck an Elebit or anything like that, you know. Okay, maybe just one Elebit. Just the one. Now, the more Elebits that you collect in each level, the stronger your gun gets, which allows you then to pick up heavier and heavier objects, and then find more Elebits and so on and so on. Now, the physics in this game are actually pretty fun. You could pick up like a semi-truck and have it just fly up in the air and then bounce on the ground. So the physics aren't realistic, but they are pretty entertaining to watch. And there actually is more to this game than just picking up an object to find an Elebit. There are actually like pseudo puzzles in this game where you need to put items into a microwave, and then you turn on the microwave, and then that releases more Elebits. You put in a CD into a CD player, and then that releases more Elebits. So stuff like that, little environmental puzzles tucked away in each of the levels, helps kind of create a nice sense of variety in the game. And there are also boss fights which help with that too. I mean, they start out simple with bosses not being able to even attack you, and then they get even more and more complicated as the game goes on. There are a variety of power-ups and things of that nature that can also help you capture more Elebits and defeat bosses quickly. In addition to the game's story mode, there was actually a local multiplayer mode that supported up to 4 people. So yeah, you can actually have 4 reticles on screen capturing Elebits at once. You could have people moving objects while one person zaps, the other person just, I don't know, dicks around, because why not? I mean, to have that as a feature day one into the game, pretty great. In addition to the multiplayer, there was also a map editor. Now you can edit the levels that are already in the game. You can't really make your own, but the templates that they provide you with are actually pretty good. So the game already comes with a bunch of maps, and you just have to design levels within the maps. You don't make the maps, but you can do a lot with the creator. It's actually kind of fun. You can even make physics-based puzzles. So there is a lot that you can do with the creator. You're not limited, but you know, there aren't as many options as, like, let's say, I don't know, Forge or something like that. The music for the level editor and the map editor is so good. I honestly would just find myself going into that part of the game just so I could listen to the music. It's that good. And you know what? The whole soundtrack's really good. It's got like this electric-y, jazzy, like, combination of the two, and it's a really, really good soundtrack. I feel like Elebits went under a lot of people's radars, and you know, it's fair. There were a lot of companies trying to cash in on the gimmick of motion controls, but Elebits actually incorporated the use of motion controls in a pretty smart and fun way, so it's unfortunate that most people don't know what this game really is. Aside from the god-awful voice acting, everything else about the game is actually pretty good. Thanks guys for watching, I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you all on the next one.